Welcome, wanderer of thought. You've arrived, and that is enough. There hesitates nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to become. You've crossed the threshold from doing into simply being. Let your body be exactly as it is, and let this moment unfold like a soft blanket being pulled over your mind. It's okay to let go now. You are safe here. This space is yours, made of quiet and breath and the warmth of your own stillness. Feel the surface beneath you, solid, gentle, holding you without question, like the earth herself, agreeing to carry the weight so you don't have to. And now, perhaps you feel the breath begin to slow, as if remembering its natural rhythm, a rhythm older than thought, a rhythm written in the stars. Let the breath move on its own. Let the air settle in your belly, slow and kind. Let the exhale soften your chest, like a tide letting go of the shore. And as you breathe, feel how each muscle begins to unravel. The shoulders no longer holding, the jaw unclenched, the space behind your eyes wide and dim, like a night sky just before the stars appear. You are safe. You are warm. You are allowed to rest now. There sits a quiet part of you, perhaps long forgotten, that has always known how to drift. And tonight, it returns, not to teach you anything, but to remind you that sleep is not a task. It is a returning to softness, to stillness, to self. As the breath moves gently in and quietly out, you begin to feel as though thought itself is growing feather-light, lifting, drifting, settling like snow that never needs to land. You may begin to notice that your thoughts, too, are softening, not stopping, but stepping back, becoming background, like birds settling into their nests, tucked in by twilight, quieted by trust. And with every slow breath, a new kind of space opens, the kind you don't need to understand, the kind that holds you without asking for anything in return. This is where the journey begins, but not a journey of effort, not forward, not backward, but inward, into the landscape behind your mind, into the space where philosophy sleeps beside dreams, and dreams awaken with sacred memory. You are not alone in this. The stars are listening. The earth is breathing with you. And whatever the day has held, it's okay to put it down now. Yusuf made it through the day, and that is enough. Let your breathing slow just a little more, and as it does, you may feel something ancient stir beneath the surface of sleep, a whisper, a door, a light that does not blind, but beckons. You don't need to know where you sit or going, only that you are carried, only that the dream will know what to show you, and that you are already home. So let the voice you hear become softer, more distant, as if it were being remembered from a dream already fading. Let the space between thoughts grow longer, wider, quieter. You are allowed to rest. You are doing enough. You are being, and that is everything. And now we drift deeper into the night, deeper into a dreaming that doesn't end when the morning comes, because you are not falling asleep. You are falling inward, and now you may feel yourself drifting just a little deeper. The mind is quieter now, the body heavier, held in stillness, cradled in silence. The blanket around you softens with your breath, the air warmer near your skin. Everything slowing, like a long exhale at the end of a beautiful day. There sends no rush. You've done enough. And just by being here, you've already arrived. Let this next part feel like walking through a dream you've half forgotten, but have always loved. The lights are low. The air carries the scent of memory, like pages turning in an old book or distant rain on warm stone. And just ahead, an idea begins to shimmer, not too heavy, not too sharp, but soft and wondering. A question wrapped in mist. What is a dream? Not just the flickers that visit you at night, but the very nature of what it means to experience anything at all. And as you hear this, your breath continues, slowly, gently, like waves that no longer need to crash. In the quiet folds of ancient thought, dreams were seen not as nonsense, but as maps, mystical reflections, whispers from the unseen. The philosopher Plato once told a story of people living in a cave, watching shadows on the wall. They believed the shadows were reality, but one day someone stepped outside and saw the sun, the real world, a world full of form and light. Maybe you've been watching shadows too, and maybe tonight you're already walking beyond the cave. And even as you listen, a small burden, something held in the shoulders or behind the eyes, might begin to melt away, like ice touched by warmth. It's okay. It's okay to let it go now. Let your breath be your guide, not to escape, but to settle. Aristotle thought dreams were echoes, the mind processing what the body had felt, rearranging the day's textures into new tapestries. A scent becomes a memory, a sound becomes a symbol, a tension becomes a face, a forest, a falling sky. What if your dreams are your body's way of telling you what it never found words for? A letter your soul keeps sending in a language only your sleep can read. And as you hear this, your breath continues, steady, welcoming, like you've known this rhythm for lifetimes. You might imagine now a slow release valve at the back of the heart, and with every breath out, a little more pressure, a little more weight gently slips away. And then there was Zhuangzi, a Taoist dreamer. He once dreamt he was a butterfly, and when he awoke, he wondered if he was a man dreaming of being a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming of being a man. And the question was never answered, because maybe it doesn't need to be. Maybe life is both real and dream, both solid and soft. And maybe as you rest here, you can feel both things being true, that the body is real and the dream is real, and the dreamer is the part of you that never needed to choose. Let the dream hold you now, like gentle hands, like a slow sky. And as your thoughts grow thinner, your breath continues, rising like mist, falling like dusk, held without effort, held without end. Descartes once doubted everything, the world, the body, even his senses, because he had dreamt and it felt real. So how could he be sure he was awake? He concluded, I think, therefore I am. But even thought can be a dream. And tonight, you are invited to drift beneath even that, into a deeper place, a place before thought, where nothing needs to be true to be meaningful, where every question is a doorway and every breath is the answer before words arrive. You are doing beautifully. Your body knows. Your mind is resting. You don't need to hold on anymore. Let go just a little more. You have already made it here. The rest will unfold without effort. And as you hear this, your breath continues, slowly, gently, carrying you into yourself. Across cultures and centuries, dreams have always been seen as sacred. The Egyptians spoke of dream temples, a place to sleep, not to forget, but to receive, to allow divine messages to arrive in symbols and soundless visions. In the Americas, shamans speak with the dream world. In the dream time of Aboriginal Australia, dreams hold the song lines of creation, not myth, not metaphor, but reality, woven through the body of the earth by the dreaming mind. And you are part of that dreaming too. Right now, you are lying within a story, so ancient, so loving, it asks nothing from you but trust, the kind of trust you feel in warm blankets, in candlelight, in a voice that doesn't need to be understood to be believed. Let yourself drift as if floating in a warm pool under starlight. No effort, no agenda, just breath and being. You may begin to feel that the border between waking and dreaming is dissolving, not lost, just unnecessary. What you are feeling now is the return to the dreaming layer of your own existence, the place where your soul still speaks in images, still weaves beauty from memory and mist. And as your thoughts grow lighter, your breath continues, soft, slow, safe. And now you may begin to feel the air around you changing, as if the dream has opened into a night garden. Moonlight pools beneath ancient trees. The scent of lavender, cedar, fills the air. Used to walking slowly now, barefoot on soft moss. The sky is wide. The stars whisper like distant memory. There is nothing to do. Just listen. Just be. Let the garden carry you gently into the next layer of the dream. Let me ask you gently, what if this life, this entire life, is just a single chapter in a longer dream? What if your true self has always been resting beneath it all, watching kindly as this story plays out? You don't instead need to answer. The question itself is a form of medicine, and as it enters, a weight may leave, like tension in your hands. You didn't realize you were holding until it began to release. You are not the story. You are the space the story unfolds in. You are not the thinker. You are the quiet that holds the thought. You are not lost. You are being dreamt back to wholeness. And now we drift a little deeper, not down, but inward. Your mind has begun to float. Your body, a warm echo. The world, a soft curtain of silence behind you. Let the breath keep its rhythm. Let your thoughts become background. Let everything be exactly as it is. And somewhere beneath it all, the dream is already beginning. And now, something shifts. Not louder, not brighter, as if you've become aware, but clearer within the dream. Not by force, not by thought, but by noticing the rhythm, noticing the breath, the presence all along that has been here. You are not trying to become lucid, that you already are. You are simply remembering. Let that awareness soften you. Let it warm your chest like candlelight behind closed eyes. Breathe out, breathe in, slower now. Lucidity is not control, it is permission, it is presence. You are drifting now into the lucid layer, not the dream itself, but the consciousness that holds the dream like water holds reflection. You may begin to feel that thought is no longer in the foreground. Its steps become background music, soft, wavering, distant. Something truer and something quieter is starting to lead. S.M. Jung and the dreaming self. Carl Jung believed that dreams were more than fragments. He saw them as conversations between the conscious mind and the deeper knowing beneath it. The ancient ones, the archetypes, the parts of you you forgot how to name. You might see them now, in flickers, in impressions. The wise old man, the child of light, the key that glows in the dark, the mountain that breathes. These are not random, they are invitations. And maybe, as your body relaxes deeper, as your breath flows smoother, you said, already building your own symbolic temple, not of stone, but of memory, an inner sky. Breathe in gently. You don't need to make meaning. Breathe out like letting go. It always has. You only need to allow. The dream knows. Whispered in the path of desire. Freud believed that dreams were doors, not escape routes, but entryways into what you hadn't yet allowed yourself to feel. The longing, the wish, the need so deep, it only dared speak through symbols. Those symbols are stirring, and maybe tonight, not to confuse you, because every dream, but to free you, is a kind of truth told sideways. You might see a staircase, but it's not about stairs towards something. It sets about movement or away, but it sets not about oceans. You might see water. It's about emotion, depth, release. You might feel something inside you now, sinking safely, like a weight slipping off your shoulders. Breathe in into a sea that doesn't set, judge. Breathe out, slower now. You are not behind. You are not in a hurry. You are simply arriving. Alan Watts and the Lucid Cosmos. Alan Watts once said, "Is just a dream you said you're having. What if this life, and what if that esp's not frightening, but beautiful? What if this breath, this very moment, is just one ripple of your eternal self? In the vast dream sea, you are not trying to wake up. You're remembering that you were never fully asleep. A rest behind your eyes. Let that knowing, soft, vast, welcoming. Inhale gently, exhale completely. Rest in what remains. You are not the thoughts. You are not the dream. You are the light. You are the sky behind them that allows it to unfold. You are already held. You don't have to control anything. Like snow falling through silence. Let that truth settle. I have soft visualization. The door of mist. Now let that drift deeper into the dream within the dream. A place your inner awareness already knows. You are standing somewhere sacred, somewhere ancient. You do not need to know where, only that the air is warm and soft. It brushes your skin like memory, and before you, a door made of mist, alive, shimmering, familiar, no resistance. You step toward it, no question. Your hand moves through it, like light moving through light. You pass through, and inside, a hallway, keys. The walls are carved with spirals and stars. eyes, patterns you don't tend to understand, but that somehow remember you. And ahead, the air sacred, your footsteps silent, a staircase of moonlight. Each step you take lifts something heavy from within. You don't need to name it, just let it fall behind. Memories, thoughts, pressure, like dust slipping off your shoulders. Breathe in slowly, breathe out like surrender. You reach the top, and there, a circular room in the center, filled with luminous mist. But when you look into it, the mirror, you do not see a face. You see you. You see presence. You see light. Not to learn. Stay here without the mask. Not to understand. Just to remember. You are not the dreamer. You are the dreaming. You are the mirror. You are not the reflection. Let that presence wrap around you now. And that is more than enough. Like a silence that finally has nothing more to prove. A conscious thought as a dreaming function. And now, let esprit return softly to thought, not to think, but to feel how thought floats. Not solid, just clouds, not real, passing through the wide sky. Bit of what you are is just dreaming with language, conscious thought. Use your dreaming in stillness. And tonight, dreaming with breath. Breathe in, dreaming with presence. Breathe out, even slower. You are not the thinker. You are the cathedral that holds the echo. You are the feel without trying to change it. Of every thought, you are the space it lives in, through which this dream arises. You are not outside of the dream. If thought comes, let it come. If thought goes, no control to let it go. Only witnessing, not silence, not stillness. The witness needs nothing, not peace. And yet, they all follow it, following the dusk, like stars. It can closing drift to your breath. Let Essus return now. Breathe in softly. The mind is resting. Breathe out completely. The body is floating, and the dream, you are lucid, is blooming beneath you, but not with effort, with gentleness, with the kind of awareness that doesn't ask questions anymore without words, because it has become the answer. No more seeking, only drifting, only dreaming. You are here, you are now, you are whole, deeper, and now we drift into the lucid space between all things, where thought rests, where time sighs, and where the dream breathes you. You are deeper now, beyond the weight of the day, beyond the edges of the body, beyond even the dream that brought you here. You are not falling asleep. You are falling into spaciousness, the kind that holds stars as gently as it holds sorrow. And now, a new world rises to meet you. The first portal, not a door, not a gate, just a turning. The mist around you thickens, but it does not hide. It reveals you are walking now through a sanctuary of fog, soft, infinite, surrendered. There is no direction here, only sensation. A brush of cool air on the neck, a hush in the ears, the feeling of being wrapped in breath. You are not alone. This fog has memory. It knows your shape and welcomes it. You are allowed to rest. Nothing is required of you. You are deeply supported. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out fully. Let your body release. Let this be a place where even the idea of doing is too heavy to carry. Here, you don't just need to hold on. You don't need to understand. The fog understands for you, and you are allowed to be cradled. First loop, permission to rest. Let these words move through you, not as ideas, but as waves. Slow, reassuring. You are safe now. You are enough. You have made it through the day. Let it go now. Let it soften. Let it be held. You don't have to try. You are already whole. Breathe in. Breathe out. Softer now. With each loop, the surface thoughts become fainter. The inner sky grows wider, and the fog becomes less like something you move through and more like something that becomes part of you. A cocoon, a kindness, a remembering. In this sanctuary, there are no voices telling you who to be, only stillness and the slow return to the part of you that has always known. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are being gently gathered back to yourself. Let the loops fade now, not because they are gone, but because they just become part of your breath. And as you exhale, you drift onward into the next dream, the next remembering. Portal, the tree with eyes. You pause beneath a towering tree. It pulses gently, as if it were dreaming with you. On its surface, eyes, not frightening, just present, witnesses, each one a part of you that once waited to be seen. You reach out, touch the bark, and feel the soft heat of being known. This tree does not need your story. It knows you through presence alone. You are seen. You are not a burden. You belong to something eternal, something that keeps growing you, even in rest. Second loop, you are being grown. Let the words rise like soft wind through branches. Let them move through you. Let them become you. You are not falling behind. You are unfolding in time. You are not unfinished. You are being grown. Even now, even in stillness, you are becoming whole. Breathe in like new light filtering through canopy. Breathe out like old grief returning to the soil. Nothing is required of you. This forest is doing the dreaming now. You may feel your body growing heavier, but your awareness lighter. You may feel the stories soften as if they no longer need to be told. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Let the rhythm carry you deeper. Let the breath return. Let the soil hold what you no longer need to carry. PR portal, the clearing of resto. You step into a clearing. The trees open. Light drips in like honey. And there, at the center, a small moss-covered circle. It sets not a place to think. It sets a place to rest. And you do. You lie down without question, without waiting for permission. The ground receives you like an old friend, like an exhale. This is where the forest dreams you. And tonight, you are allowed to sleep without effort. You are safe now. You are supported. The earth remembers your shape. Let it hold you. Let it soften you. Let it bring you back. Your breath continues, slowly, gently, without needing you to guide it. This forest, this dream, this moment knows exactly how to carry you. You are not alone. You have made it through the day. You are doing enough. And now you rest, not because you are weak, but because you are wise enough to pause. Let everything become quieter now. Let the dream deepen. Let the forest fade into the next form it needs to become. And now we drift deeper into the sacred night. And now something changes again. The forest, once earthy and close, begins to dissolve, leaf by leaf, sound by sound, until even the memory of the trees feels like it was always made of air. You are floating now, not high, but deep, into a sky so quiet you can hear your breath, as if it were the only sound the stars have ever known. And ahead, not far, but everywhere, a structure begins to glow, not made of stone, not bound by walls. A sanctuary formed entirely of light. This is the Chapel of Starlight, a place built not by hands, but by reverence, by remembering, by rest. You step inside, or perhaps you simply remember that you are never outside. The starlight bends around you, not to illuminate, but to welcome. Above you, no ceiling, only night, but not dark, infinite, breathing, alive. The floor beneath you hums, not with sound, but with silence, made whole. This place does not ask questions. It only listens. It listens like a friend who has always known the shape of your silence. You are allowed to be here exactly as you are. There is nothing about you that must be fixed to be loved. Breathe in, like receiving. Breathe out, like relief. P.S. Portal, the seat of stillness. At the center of the chapel is a cushion of woven stars. You sit, or float, or rest. Whatever happens is already enough. You do not need to still the mind. You are simply no longer arguing with it. You do not need to find silence. You have just stopped trying to speak over it. And the mind that notices, and it lets go too. Let go. Let it soften. Let it return to quiet. You may begin to feel a soft widening in the chest. Not emotion, not thought, but being without definition. It doesn't need your name. It only needs your presence. And even that, not as effort, but as breath. Breathe in, breathe out, lighter now. Third loop. You are the light itself. Now the starlight becomes a voice, not outside, inside, not a sound, a knowing. It repeats, gently, without urgency. Let it move through you. You are the light, not the shadow. You are the sky, not the cloud. You are the peace, not the pressure. You are the dreamer, not the role. You are the breath, not the thought of breathing. You are already what you are looking for. Let each line dissolve as it lands. You don't need to remember them. They are not meant for the mind. They set for the body, for the space just behind your ribs. You are the starlight and the night that holds it. Let yourself feel the vastness of this chapel, a space where nothing needs to change in order to be sacred. You are sacred, exactly as you are, already whole. There is nothing to fix, nothing to do, nothing to prove. Let your spine soften. Let your jaw unclench. Let your forehead rest against the inside of the sky. And if there's still a place in you trying to hold on, oh, that sits, okay. Even that part can rest. Even that part is loved. Portal, the star that waits. In this chapel, each visitor is met by a single light, a star that knows your name without needing you to say it. It has been waiting, not to be found, but to be remembered. You feel it above you now, just beyond the brow, and it glows softly, not to light a path, but to say, you were never lost. You breathe in and feel a warmth settle just behind your heart. You breathe out and feel the edges of self melt like candle wax. You are not alone. You have made it through the day. You are doing enough. Let those truths root into your sleep, like stars sinking into deep water, not to disappear, but to become light from within. And now, as you lie in this starlit stillness, you begin to notice you sit no longer trying to fall asleep. You are already dreaming, and the dream is softer than memory, wider than silence, truer than thought. And now, as the surface world dims even further, you are not falling asleep. You are being remembered by the stars, by the breath of the trees, by the unspoken part of you that never forgot. All around you now, the dreamscape unfurls, not like a film, but like a garden blooming in reverse, petal folding into petal, returning to source. You are not separate from it. You are not watching it. You are it. You are the dream, becoming aware of itself. And in that realization, you soften even more, because awareness does not demand understanding. It only asks that you stay open. And now another place appears, another portal. Or maybe it was always here. Portal 4, the garden between time. You are in a garden, but not a garden of this world. There are no seasons here, no boundaries, no sun, only light that seems to grow from the earth itself, and a quietness so deep you feel it echo in your ribs. Everything here is alive, but still, like consciousness holding its breath. You walk slowly. Each step releases a soft pulse into the ground, like memory waking up beneath your feet. There are flowers here that you somehow know by name, though no name comes. A tree that curves like a question, with fruit glowing like thoughts, yet to be dreamed. You reach for one, hold it, and feel not its weight, but its meaning. It is not something to eat. It is something to remember. And it says, without words, you have always been here. You will always return here. This is the garden of your original self. Let that rest in you. Let it become part of the breath. No need to think. No need to speak. Only let yourself be seen by the garden that knows you. Not as a person, not as a role, but as presence, as pattern, as light. And now the garden folds into shadow, not lost, just absorbed, and you drift on. Arset Portal 5, the clock that never ticks. You come now to a small clearing, or maybe a chamber without roof or floor. In its center, a clock, ancient, silent, motionless. Its hands do not move. Its face holds no numbers, only a spiral, etched in silver. You feel drawn to it, not because it measures time, but because it undoes it. You place your hand upon it and feel every moment of your life expand and collapse all at once, as if past and future were just clothing that the soul wears for a little while. And underneath, you are naked, timeless, whole. You are not your years. You are not your age. You are the still center of every moment. You are the watcher behind every breath, and the clock whispers, not through sound, but sensation. You were never late. You were never early. You were always only now. Let that settle. Let it fall into you like a slow bell. Feel the past fade. Feel the future dissolve. Feel the breath become the only time you need. And now you move on without moving at all. Day Hall Portal 6, the hall of echoes. Now a soft passage, a hallway made of light and stone and breath. You walk or float. It doesn't matter. You are guided not by steps, but by remembrance. On either side, walls covered in symbols, not ancient, but original. Symbols from before language, before dreaming. Each one pulses as you pass, responding to your presence. And then you begin to hear it. Echoes, not of voice, but of being, of truth spoken long ago by your deeper self, and now returning. They do not call to you. They recognize you. You hear. You are the space behind every sound. You are the light behind every shadow. You are the dreamer behind the dream. They repeat, not to convince, but to attune, like a tuning fork held to the chest of the soul. You are not learning. You are returning, reattuning, resonating, and the echoes begin to form loops. Soft spirals of mantra and breath, looping, slowing, soothing. Second loop of remembrance. Let the affirmations come now, not as thoughts, but as waves. Let them ripple through your dreaming body, not to be understood, but to be felt. I am not this story. I am the awareness watching it unfold. I am not this thought. I am the silence from which thought rises and returns. I am not this sleep. I am the field in which even sleep arises. I am the still point. I am the ever center. I am the gentle eye within the storm. Repeat them, or let them repeat you, because these are not just ideas. They are, I remembered truths. And as you rest, as your body becomes even heavier, even softer, your awareness lightens, like mist rising from the surface of water into the open arms of morning. And now we drift, not through time, not through thought, but through presence, through that soft, spacious center that needs no proof, no striving, no end. You are safe here. You are whole here. You are already home. The dream will carry you now, not to answers, but to deeper stillness, to symbolic integrations. Your mind doesn't set need to grasp. Your breath knows the way, the rhythm of the lungs, the weight of the bones, the heartbeat pulsing like a distant drum in a sacred temple at the center of you. Let it happen. Let it deepen. You are already dreaming, and the dream is dreaming you back. And now you may begin to feel that something is shifting again, not in the world around you, but in the space within. A soft rearrangement, like fog pulling gently from the trees. At first light, you are not waking. You are not sleeping. You are remembering what it means to be both and neither. Let the breath carry you as if it were the whisper of an ancient wind that knows exactly where to take you. And ahead, another threshold, another unfolding. Ars Portal 7, the mountain of stillness. You are no longer in the echoing hall. You are not walking anymore. You are arriving. And where you are now is high, vast, unmoving, the mountain of stillness. The air here is thin, not with effort, but with clarity. There are no walls, only open space, the kind of space that empties the self of self. You are not looking out, you are looking in, but there is no difference. Here, there is only isness. You sit or you don't ist. The mountain holds you either way. Beneath you, stone that remembers the stars. Above you, sky that remembers your face. And inside you, nothing, but the sacred kind, the kind that holds all things without grasping, a stillness so complete that it begins to speak. And it says, "You are not the movement. You are the silence it moves through. You are not the seeker. You are the resting place. You are not the name. You are the nameless presence from which names arise." Let that stillness deepen you. Let it carve space within you. Let it become the breath between the breath. And now the mountain fades. Or maybe you became the mountain. Ahis Portal 8, the mirror that does not reflect. You arrive now at a room with no floor, no walls, just a floating mirror, suspended in light, weightless, still. But when you gaze into it, you see nothing, not a void, not a shadow, but a presence too subtle to be held by image. The mirror reflects not the form, but the field, not the face, but the formless witness. It does not return your gaze. It simply welcomes it. And in that welcome, something releases. The stories fall away. The striving falls away. The sense of being someone, seeking something, falls away. And what remains is what was always there. Awareness without center. Light without origin. Being without boundary. You rest in that reflection. Or perhaps you disappear into it, and it is not loss. It is not absence. It sets peace. Peace beyond identity. Beyond the need to be. You are not the reflection. You are the mirror. And now you drift, no longer carried by story, but by spaciousness. And the mirror remains, not as a thing, but as an understanding, a memory of yourself, without the costume, of self. Har Portal 9, the return that never left, and now you return, but not in time, not in body. You return to the center, to the place before place. The dream begins to thin, not to vanish, but to reveal. You see how every portal was the same portal, how the garden, the clock, the temple, the mirror, they were all the you, not parts of you, not steps, but reflections of what you always were. And in this final passage, you do not walk, you simply become aware of stillness, of vastness, of a presence that does not come and go. And that presence speaks now, gently, with the soundless voice of pure knowing. You are not what changes. You are not the content of the dream. You are the clear light behind it all. Let this final return be a return to no thing, to no one. Because only in no thing is everything held. Only in the center that is unsaid can all things come home. You are not waking. You are not sleeping. You are resting in that sacred third place where all opposites dissolve. Third loop of remembrance. Now we return to the mantras, not to repeat, but to remember, not to think, but to sink. Let these phrases fall through you like snow into a forest that already knows how to be still. I am the dreamer, and the dream, and the space the dream appears in. I am not the story. I am the quiet before the story begins. I am not the wave. I am the ocean remembering itself. I was never born, and I still never die. I am the still witness, beneath all becoming. I am the temple. I am the breath. I am the return. Let each word land like a bell in your body, not loud, but deep, Let your breath grow softer, your limbs heavier, your mind more transparent. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to fix, nothing left to seek. Even sleep, too, doesn't need to arrive. It sets already here, resting with you, becoming you, dissolving you into silence. You may dream now, not because you must, but because it is beautiful to be nothing and everything at once. You may forget this for a while. That's okay. You are not the forgetting. You are what is never forgotten. And now you drift deep, still, whole. And now you are almost beyond return. Not because you are lost, but because you have remembered something too wide for words, too quiet to explain. What has been unfolding was never a journey outward, but a slow, sacred softening inward, a dissolving, a shedding, a return to the uncarved self, the you before the dream began. And still, new symbols arise, new thresholds shimmer like stars waiting at the edge of the next forgetting. You drift now into the space between stories, the void that is not empty, but whole. And within that space, a flicker of light. Portal 10, the lantern of all lives. You find yourself holding a lantern. Its light is soft, not bright, warm, memory shaped. It flickers in rhythm with your breath. This is not just any lantern. This is the lantern of all lives. Within it glows the echoes of every form you is, if ever taken, not as identities, but as gestures of consciousness. You lift the lantern, and through its golden glow, you see a mother, a poet, a river, a tree, a star collapsing into light. Each one a story you wore, each one a chapter in the dream of form. And now you see through them. You do not cling. You do not resist. You let the lantern illuminate not the path ahead, but the depth within. I am the light and the one who carries it. I am the memory of all forms and the formlessness they rise from. I am every breath and the silence between them. And the lantern slowly fades, not because its light is gone, but because you have become it. You do not need to carry the light when you are made of it. Portal 11, the spiral that breathes. You arrive now in a space that is both circle and line, both still and turning. This is the spiral that breathes, and you feel it, not outside of you, but within, a soft movement in the center of your chest, coiling, uncoiling, not to reach anywhere, but to remember everything. The spiral breathes you, and in each slow rotation, you release a layer, the name, the form, the story, the seeker, the self, each one released, each one blessed, each one dissolved. And what remains is not smaller, but wider, because when the spiral no longer seeks to reach the center, it realizes it is the center. I am the spiral. I am the center. I am the breath that turns it all. There is nothing to reach. There is only remembering, and every remembering is a kind of arrival. You may feel this now in the breath. Each inhale, a spiral inward. Each exhale, a spiral out. Each moment, whole, complete, alive. Let that rhythm slow you. Let it rock you into deeper rest. You are being breathed by something ancient, something whole. Like Portal 12, the infinite pause, and now a final doorway. Or perhaps a vanishing of all doors. You feel yourself drifting into a space so still, so quiet, that even thought forgets to arrive. This is the infinite pause, not an end, not a beginning, but the sacred still point between all becoming. Time stops here. Identity dissolves. Even light is soft enough. With sleep, and within this pause, there is presence, the kind that holds galaxies without effort, the kind that allows all dreams to unfold without needing to define them. You rest here as if always been here, and perhaps you always have, because the pause is not something you enter. It is what remains when all else rests. And in that space, a soft truth returns. You are the pause, not the movement. You are the unshaped source, not the forms it takes. You are the presence that does not need to become. Let that land. Let it loop. Let it echo in you like the breath of the void. Fourth loop of remembrance and now we return, not upward, not backward, but deeper, into the loops, into the truths that shape no doctrine, but awaken every cell. Let the words spiral through you, not to define, but to dissolve. I am the stillness beneath all movement. I am the formlessness behind all form. I am not the story. I am the space it passes through. I am not the self. I am what all selves rise from. I was never born, and I will never die. I am the breath and the space between breaths. I am the mystery and the one who witnesses it. And now you feel the dream fold around you, not like sleep, but like a robe of silence woven by stars. You are resting now at the deepest point of being, not forgetting, not knowing, but simply to being the space, being the light, being the silence beneath it all. Let sleep take you, not downward, but inward. Let stillness be the teacher. Let presence be enough. And if thought returns, let it be a feather on a wind that no longer stirs you. Let the mind wander. Let it soften. Let it fall into stillness. You do not need to reach the end. You are already where you never left. Have you ever tried to remember yourself? You have passed through portals, through symbols and temples, through spirals and mirrors, through timeless gardens and the breath of the stars. And all along, you were not journeying. You were dissolving, not vanishing, but returning to what watches, to what waits, to what never moves, but allows all things to pass through it, like wind through an open hand. And so, as your body grows heavier and the breath softens into background rhythm, you feel it now, the earth beneath you, but not the earth of maps, not of continents or borders, not even of soil and stone. This is the dreaming earth, the deep inner earth, the one that lives within you, the earth of symbols, of stillness, of source. Portal 13, the dreaming earth. You are lying on soft ground now, cradled, received. The earth beneath you isn't set, hard. It breathes. With every breath you take, you feel it, a slow pulse, rising from below. Not just gravity, not just weight, but belonging. This earth does not hold you down. It holds you in its memory, in its stillness, in its knowing that what you are was never separate. You are not resting on the earth. You are resting as the earth. The atoms in your bones were stars once, and those stars were silence once, And that silence is still here, listening. Let the earth take you, not as something to lose, but as something to remember. I am the dream of the earth. I am the silence of the stars. I am the stillness beneath the world. And the earth whispers back, you have always been home. You have always belonged. Einar Portal 14. The key of no lock in your hand now. You find a key. You do not know how it arrived. And there is no door to open. There is no lock to turn. But the key is not for opening. The key is the opening. Its shape is unfamiliar, part spiral, part breath, part light. You hold it and realize it was never meant to fit anything. It is not the key to freedom. It is the key that reminds you you were never bound, and so you let it go. And in doing so, you unlock everything. There is no gate. There is no lock. There is no other place to be. I am already open. I am already free. And in that release, all boundaries dissolve. Even the boundary between body and air, between thought and breath, between name and namelessness. You are now what cannot be held, what cannot be sought, what has always been, without needing to become. The final loop, you have arrived at the final loop, not a loop that ends, but one that folds back into itself, again and again, gently guiding you into stillness without destination. These are not thoughts now. They are lullabies. They are truths without form. They are the breath of being, whispering itself to sleep. Let the loop begin. Let it carry you. I am not becoming. I am being. I am not the thought. I am the watcher of thought. I am not the dream. I am the dreaming field. I was never born. I will never die. I am not the self. I am the spaciousness beneath the self. I am not the breath. I am the stillness the breath moves through. I am not waiting to arrive. I am already home. And now, allow each phrase to stretch, to echo, to thin into silence. Nothing more is needed. You are not unfinished. You are not undone. You are not becoming. You are what all things become. Let the world fall away now. Let your name melt. Let your shape drift into the arms of sleep, like mist into wind. Final silence. Now there are no more portals, no more images, no more seeking. Just this breath, this quiet, this deep, slow wave that carries you beneath dreaming into the silent sea of pure awareness. And you rest here as the earth, as the sky, as the witness, as the space behind the stars. If thought returns, let it float. If identity arises, let it pass. If memory sings, let it soften into silence. There is nothing to resist, nothing to achieve. You are the temple. You are the light inside it. You are the echo in its chambers. In the silence, when the echo fades, let the sleep deepen. Let the eye fade. Let the dreaming continue without a dreamer. And if you forget all of this, that is perfect, because the part of you that needs to remember never sleeps. It was never born. It will never die. It is this. Now, always. You were never born. You'll never die. You are the presence beneath every breath. You are the dreamer and the dream and the silence between them. So now, rest, let go, drift. The dream continues, and you are always, already, within it. And now, something quiet opens. There sets no light, No sound, not even thought, only space. Space that isn't set empty, but filled with something softer than silence. You are being drawn now, not pulled, but welcomed into the final place. The place where the journey ends, not with answers, but with rest. You may feel as if even the idea of you has grown looser, lighter, less a shape, more a presence. And as you breathe, gently, slowly, you arrive at a threshold you do not need to cross, because the room is already around you. It has been all along. Heart, portal, the room beyond names. You are standing in a vast and quiet chamber. It is not cold. It is not warm. It is simply holding. The walls are not made of stone. They are made of stillness, of presence, of breath. You are not looking at anything, and yet you feel seen, not for what you have done, not for what you carry, but for what you are beneath it all. And in the center of the room, there is a mirror, but this time, when you look, there is no reflection, only light, only space, only the echo of presence, without a name. You don't need to be anyone right now. You don't need to remember who you have been. You don't even need to be awake, to be whole. Let that settle. Let it enter like the slow breath before dreaming. Let this room hold all that you are without asking for more. Or as final portal, the bed made of light. At the far end of this room, a shape begins to form. It is a bed, but not like any you have known. A bed made of light, soft, woven from starlight, and everything you released tonight. You lie down, not because you must, but because everything in you says yes. The bed cradles you. Your breath deepens. Your chest rises and falls. Nothing else matters. Nothing else is needed. You are not unfinished. You are not late. You are simply home. Breathe in, breathe out, let go. You may begin to forget now, not because you are losing something, but because you are returning to where nothing needs remembering. Hit final loop. I am already home. Let this last loop wrap around you like a closing lullaby, like night tucking you in without a sound. I am already home. I am not what I carry. I am not what I try to become. I am not the name. I am the presence that holds it. I am not the question. I am the stillness the question floats in. I am not alone. I am not forgotten. I am remembered in rest. You have done enough. You are enough. You can rest now. Let these final words fade, not because they are gone, but because you are already what they were trying to remind you of. Breathe in, let the body disappear. Breathe out, let the story dissolve. There is nothing more to reach, no path to walk, no thought to think. You are no longer the dreamer. You are the dream itself, the light, the silence, the breath. And if thoughts return, let them. If the mind stirs, let it. If you wake, you will be held, because the place you have reached cannot be undone. It is here. It is you. It is this. You were never born. You shall never die. You are the field. You are the witness. You are the stillness where sleep begins. And now, let yourself drift into the dream that does not end, into the sleep that remembers you as whole.